I just need people to know that we do not appreciate it, we do not like it, and it just needs to stop.
The most disrespected person in America is the black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman.
Would you ever date a black woman? Do you think that they are attractive?
Like, what? Why do we need videos about that? He needs to fix that. And I do not like it.
CamiTales.
Hey everybody, this is your girl Cami, and I'm going to talk about something that I feel like is very serious. For the past few days, I have been seeing something, and it's been bothering me because I've been trying to give this one person the benefit of the doubt, but the more that I keep seeing things and the more that I keep reading, I'm like, this dude is really not what he says he is. And I'm one not to jump on the bandwagon. I don't really jump on the bandwagon. I'm one to research. I'm one to watch, to form my own opinion about something. And I have been seeing this, and it's really been bothering me. So, the first thing I want to say, I just want to say to all my beautiful black queens, my sisters, I need you to know. I really need you to know that you are appreciated and loved. You are the foundation of the human race, the strongest thing in nature. Know you are beautiful and continue to shine. Dear black women, you are beautiful. You are kind. You are smart. You are lovely. You are gorgeous. You are amazing. You are phenomenal. You are worth it. You are perfect. And finally, you are enough. You are enough. And I'm going to say it again.
You are enough.
We, as black women, do not need validation from anybody. Not a man, not no other woman. We do not need validation from other races, whites, Hispanics, Asians, etc. We do not need validation that we are beautiful, that we are enough, because we are enough.
We are enough.
And you have to start saying that within yourself. Validation starts with yourself. Because once you believe it in the inside that you are enough, you don't need nobody else's words, because you know that you are enough. Thing I want to say, I am getting tired of people making videos about black women. Basically asking, how do you feel about black women? Would you ever date a black woman? Do you feel like black women are attractive, or black people are attractive? Why are you asking, first of all, why are you asking about us? Why are you coming for us?
Do not come for us if we do not sing for you.
You do not see black people making videos stating, hey, would you ever, my fellow black brother, would you ever date a white woman? My fellow black sister, would you ever date an Asian man? No, you do not see that, because we don't care. We do not give a fuck. Because we do not need to ask those type of questions. The fact that you ask those type of questions is that you're making it seem like we are not good enough, that we are not good people. And it's really getting to the point where it's pissing me off, because I'm seeing a lot of videos like that. And speaking of that, I have to call out this one guy. So basically, there's this problematic YouTube channel that's on YouTube. And basically, there's this YouTuber, the South Korean YouTuber by the name of Jun Lee. His entire channel is composed of content solely on Black people and Black women. He makes videos with triggering questions about how people feel, about how people feel about Black women or just Black people in general. And he claims that he makes these videos because he was discriminated against when he was younger because he has darker skin. Korea does have a problem with colorism. They do prefer lighter skinned people, and they do make fun of darker skinned people, even darker skinned Koreans. So he felt that prejudice when he was younger, so he felt like he related to Black people. So he made this channel to try to educate Black people and to try to educate Koreans on Black culture and try to educate Black people that Koreans can also be prejudiced and racist. And you think that that's a good thing, right? You think like, yeah, this man's for the people, he's for the Blacks, and he's gonna help us, and he's trying to educate his people about us. But the thing about it is none of his videos have Korean subtitles. And why is that a bad thing, people? Why is that a bad thing? Because the Koreans are not going to be able to understand the video. It's in English. There's not a lot of people that speak fluent English to very much pick up what they are saying. Like the speed that I'm talking now, a lot of the Koreans are not going to be able to understand what I'm saying. Maybe 20%, maybe 30%. So how are you helping Black people if your videos are only in English? How? How are you helping Korean people? You're not. You're not helping at all, and that's a problem. And then, like, this is why a lot of Black women feel like he's chasing clout. He's using Black issues and Black problems and using Black people to make money off of YouTube because you're getting the views. You're making clickbait titles. Oh, what Korean people think about Black people. Whoa, Korean man never dated a Black woman. Those are clickbaits. And insecure Black women are clicking them because they want that validation and they want to know. And that goes back to what I said. We do not need your validation. We do not need it. And Black women, I'm going to say it again, we do not need anybody's validation on if we're beautiful and if we're dateable. If not, because we are everything. Everybody wants to be like us. The lip injections, the darker skin, the boobs, the breasts. They want the figures of Black people. They love Black culture, but they don't want to be Black. They love our culture, but they don't want to be Black. When it's time to be Black and have the real Black issues, they're ghosts. Danny Phantom.
He's a phantom.
They're ghosts. They're gone. They don't want that. They don't want those problems. But they love Black culture. And that's like the real issue. And then the real problem with him is that multiple people, including myself, have commented and said, we like your videos, but we think that you can really educate your people better if you add Korean subtitles. So many people are saying, add Korean subtitles, add Korean subtitles. And he either ignores us, dismisses us, tells us to get a life. If we tell him, like, your videos are hurtful, he tells us to get a life, and he's not really trying to help. I watched one of his live videos because someone was calling him a racist, and so he was defending himself, and he posted his phone number, and I called him, and I was talking to him on his live, and I was like, hey, June, I was just like, hey, like, I don't think that you're a racist, and I see what you're trying to do with your channel, but what I feel as a Black woman and how your channel could become better is if you add subtitles. Because if you do not add Korean subtitles, then the Korean people are not really learning. And the only people who are watching it are Black women and English people. And that's not really helping your people. And he goes to me where he's not really listening to me. He's kind of like brushing me off. He's like, oh, you live in my hometown. We should meet up. Let's go to McDonald's. Let's meet up and we can talk. We can talk about the issues and this and all that stuff. He's saying that all of his video for clout. So then I follow his Instagram and I DM him that same time because he was on live at like 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever. And I DM'd him after the video and I was just like, hey, I like your videos. I think that we should talk about your content. Let's meet up. We definitely need to meet up. And you know what he does? He reads it and that's it. He doesn't respond. He just reads it and then he follows me back on Instagram. But he doesn't respond to being like, hey, yeah, let's definitely meet up and talk about the content. Like, you're making content about black women, but you do not want to hear the issues that black women have with your videos. And that's very suspect. Like, how are you going to make content about us? And then when we try to critique it and try to tell you, like, hey, this comes off offensive, or, hey, this can make it better if you do this, but you get defensive and you dismiss us or you get mad. This is why people think that your videos, that you're making videos and you fetishize us and you just want to basically meet black women. It's like you're making videos to meet black women, to make money off of our issues, but you're not really helping us. And it's not helping us at all. And like, when he left me on red, that's how I knew he truly wasn't for the people and he really wasn't for us. And he really wasn't for me and my sisters and black people. Like, he's talking about us because he's making money from us and that's about it. Like, and then in his videos, honestly, like, you don't even have to talk about, like, if people would date us this. How about you talk about real issues with black people? Talk about, like, why do you feel like people do not like black people? And how can we fix that mindset? How can we change that mindset? How about you ask tough questions? In a lot of the cultures that you're talking about, black culture, is American black culture. So if you want to talk about American black culture, talk about the real issues. Talk about how do you feel about the way black people get treated in America. How do you feel about the police brutality that they're getting, of how we're getting sent to jails and we get treated worse because we're black in this? How about you talk about real issues? And another problematic thing that happened with Jun Lee that recently happened is that he made a video with his friends, and the video was talking about how young Korean teenagers think about black women. And in this video, he was asking like the same questions. Oh, have you ever met a black person? Some of them were like, yeah, I met them because they were my English teachers. And some were like, oh, I seen them on the street. And he asked, like, do you think they're attractive? Like, some of his friends were really, really racist. Like, one of them said, like, our whole race is ugly. Said the whole race is ugly. Said that we are shaped like horses. Like, black women have body like horses. Like, what? Then goes on, and one person goes on to say that they know that black people get that basically we get discriminated against, that because we have darker skin. So he wouldn't want to date a black person because he wouldn't want his child to have dark skin and get discriminated against that way. But do you hear yourself? You're part of the reason, friend. Friend, you're part of the reason. You don't want your child to get discriminated against because of dark skin, but yet you're discriminating against your dang friend. You're discriminating against black people because we have dark skin. Like, make it make sense. It don't make sense, people. And then he's sitting there, and then one person says, like, if he sees a black person, he ignores them on the street. Like, if they would come and talk to them, he will sit there and ignore them. And these are I'm going to pause it right here because I want you to see for yourself what I am talking about.
이런 얘기를 한 거야?
영어 잘하냐?
아, 옆에 누나가 있어서 이렇게 통역을 해주긴 했는데 그래도 이렇게 대화 몇 마디 정도 해봤지.
어땠어 첫인상이 그러면?
되게 이뻤지 근데. 흑인인데 엄청 이쁘더라고. 그래서
방금 흑인인데 엄청 예쁘더라고는 무슨 뜻이야?
야 돌아가지 마.
몇 살? 몇 살?
As you can see, he caught that his friend said something inappropriate, but he did not correct him and tell him why it's wrong to say she's pretty for a black girl.
흑인 여자 뭐.
하체 비만.
아.
슬리베티.
그러니까 우리나라에서는 이게 하체 비만으로 생각하는 거지. 그게 보기 좋아?
난 좀 말 같아서 별로.
홀스. 다른 사람 보기 좋아하고 별로지.
익숙하진 않지.
익숙하진 않고.
왜냐면 한국엔 그런 사람 별로 없으니까.
그럼 너는 그런 말 같은 엉덩이보다 그런 하체 비만보다 한국인 여성처럼 이렇게 스키니한 이렇게 엉덩이 쫙 빼지는 걸 좋아하는 거야?
좋아한다기보단 익숙한 거에 가깝지.
아
그게 그거 아닌가?
그래, 좋아.
좋아? 오케이. 다들 그러시죠?
네, 맞습니다.
맞습니다. 흑인 여자와 다들 데이트하면 할 수 있어?
나는 말이 통하면 가능하지.
그렇지 말만 통하면 다 하지.
난 싫어. 난 영어를 못해. 왜 싫은지 너가 좀 말해줄래?
이유가 없는데.
그냥 거부적이야?
아, 좀 못생긴. 아니, 취향이 아니지.
취향이 아니야?
내 취향이 아니지.
왜냐면 한국인들만 봐서 이렇게
그렇지. 익숙하니까. 하양이 익숙하니까.
하양이 익숙하니까. 그러니까 약간 검은색 피부를 보면 약간 거부감이 느껴지는 거네.
약간.
근데 이해해야 돼, 맞지? 이해해줘야지.
그러면
안 익숙한 게 맞아.
흑인 여자랑 결혼하면은 할 수 있나? 결혼.
난 싫어. 애도 깡할 수도 있잖아.
아 애도 까말 수 있어서.
싫어.
그 뭐 어떻게?
싫어.
그러니까 혐오야? 아니면 그냥
혐오는 아닌데 마음에 안 들어.
마음에 안 들어.
거부.
그 옆에 말하는 흑인이 있다면 좀 약간 피하고 싶은.
아니 그 정도 아니고 그냥 말 걸면 무시한.
만약에 흑인과 결혼한다면 부모님의 반응은 어떨까?
일단은 안 돼.
절대 안 되지.
확실히 안 돼.
그렇지 안 되지.
돈 많으면 돼.
돈 많은 남자.
돈 많으면
할 거예요.
저요? 저는 안 할 것 같아요.
왜요?
저는 저 나름대로의 그 취향이란 게 있기 때문에.
여성에 대한 취향.
그쵸.
피부색이 그쪽 취향이 아니라서
네.
결혼을 못 한다는 거죠.
네.
그리고 또 자기 2세가 흑인으로 나오는 게 싫다는 거지 그러면.
그런 것도 있지.
왜?
왜냐하면 그러면 안 되지만 한국이라는 게 한국이 그게 좀 있잖아. 그 좀 차별 같은 게 있잖아.
차별.
내 아이가 차별 받는 게 좀 심해져.
다들 한국에 차별 있다고 생각해?
왜 학교에서 막 놀린
맞지?
거 있잖아.
And these are teenagers. And not once did June correct them. Like when he said they're ugly and they look like a horse, not once did he say, hold up. No, do not say that. That's rude. That's being racist. Like, just correct your friend. There is a phrase, you are the company that you keep. You are what you eat. If you are with people who are stealing and doing all these bad things and you see that stuff and you don't stop it and you don't educate them, you're an enabler. You're a yes friend. And in that video, not once did he correct his friends on saying the horrible stuff that they were saying. It's ridiculous. And then he wants to sit here and play victim like, I talked to my friends. He's like, oh yeah, I talked to my friends after the video. Or he was saying like, he was trying to talk to his friends, but they don't want to listen. He can't change his friend's mindset. Well, if you can't change your friend's mindset, how are you going to change a whole country's mindset with your videos? Start with the people around you. Because I'm learning about Korean culture. And if I feel like my friends would say something racist or people say something to me that I felt offensive, I get offended by that and I correct them and I'd be like, you shouldn't say something like that. That's offensive. And if they'd be like, if they were to say to me, why do you care? You're not Korean or you're not this or you're not that. It doesn't matter. I don't have to be that to let you know that you are being racist and offended. I'm offended for them. And that's why I have a problem with him. And everybody that tries to talk to him or tell him about himself or tell him that his videos are problematic, he shuts them down. He talks about people, and one person called him out. My girl Chili called him out, and he said the most disrespectful stuff towards her. Not once was she really disrespecting him in her original video. She was just pointing out the issues that she had with his video and why it was problematic. And he goes and makes a response video, and he's dissing her, talking about her wig, talking about her looks. But you're for black people, and she's a black woman trying to tell you why your video was wrong, but you're too busy shutting her down and talking about the way she looks. People, we got to stop looking up to people like that, because he is not an ally for black people. His channel is trash because it's not really helping black people. It's not helping Korean people. There's no subtitles. There's nothing. And oh yeah, let me talk about this. So his friends were talking in Korean. He's talking in Korean with his friends. And on that video, he has subtitles. He changed the subtitles to English so that you can understand what his friends are saying. But on the rest of his videos where he's speaking English, and there's English on there and black people are saying stuff in English, not once does he translate the English to Korean. But he can do it for his friends so you can see what his friends are saying. But you're not translating what my people are saying, my sisters are saying, so that they can understand how black people feel. Because your channel is supposed to be educating us, right? Food for thought, my people. Food for thought, my sisters. Stop following this clown. He is a clown, and he is not for us. Everybody that says they like black people or they are allies really don't be for us. So you have to pick and choose and look. Open your eyes. Open them. Because he is not for us. We have to love ourselves. We have to stop being blind and trying to get validation from other people, because we don't need it. Because that video was trash and it hurts and it makes me so mad because he did not defend us. He sat there laughing with them. And that's a problem. And that is a problem. And if they're still your friends after that and they won't listen to you telling them that they're being racist, then you stop being friends with them. You don't continue being friends with them and taking pictures with them and posting it on Instagram, because that shows your character and that shows that you are not really for black people. And with that, Cami is out. The issue that I had with this video is that I felt like the boys, his friends, didn't learn anything and they left with the same mentality as when they came. I feel like if you're going to educate the Korean public and your friends, he definitely should have been a little bit more assertive with his friends and called them out directly. I felt like Jun was very passive in this video. He didn't really call his friends out when they were being racist. And stuff like that is the reason why black women are being harassed and killed. I feel like if he could really use this platform to help black people, especially in a society that favors whiteness. And the same thing with helping Koreans by adding Korean subtitles and not just using English, because you can call out Koreans subscribing into a society that prioritizes whiteness over humanization.